It is a medical fact that life begins at conception. There is no disputing this in the scientific community. If that is true, and it is, that means that abortion is the killing of innocent life. And the national tragedy is that America has legalized the killing of innocent life. Since the legalization of abortion in 1973, America has aborted over 50 million babies. That is over 1.2 million babies a year, which, if broken down even further, is 3,000 abortions every day, or 2 aborted babies are taking place every minute in America. You see, abortionists, they avoid these medical facts of life and abortion, and they make the right of choice a more powerful argument than the right to life. They serve up sophisticated marketing campaigns with slogans like freedom to choose, keep your laws off my body, every child is a wanted child. All of these things are designed to sound empowering to women. But the truth of the matter is, a human life is more valuable than the valued commodity of choice. We need to drive the discussion back to this every single time. It is not whether or not a person has the right to choose what is best for them, but that he or she is morally obligated to preserve life, given the irrefutable scientific fact that life begins at conception. Peter Singer, who happens to be a leading philosopher in the debate for abortion, concedes to this biological fact. He writes, quote, "It is possible to give human being a precise meaning. We can use it as equivalent to member of the species Homo sapiens. Whether a being is a member of a given species is something that can be determined scientifically by an examination of the nature of the chromosomes in the cells of living organisms. In this sense, there is no doubt that from the first moment of its existence, an embryo conceived from human sperm and eggs is a human being." In an article posted on the Mayo Clinic's website, Pregnancy Week by Week, it states, quote, "The zygote has 46 chromosomes, 23 from you and 23 from your partner. These chromosomes will help determine your baby's sex, traits such as eye and hair color, and to some extent, personality and intelligence," end quote. The zygote, which is a fertilized ovum, is distinctively unique. It has all the necessary genetic composition and information it needs right from the start, and capable of developing and growing. The bottom line is, a zygote is undeniably human. The Encyclopedia Britannica says, quote, "A new individual is created when the elements of a potent sperm merge with those of a fertile ovum or egg." Even Carl Sagan, legendary evolutionary cosmologist, in his book The Dragons of Eden, believed that whenever a fetus became a human, it could play a major role in achieving an acceptable compromise in the abortion debate. You see, Carl Sagan believed that a fetus became human by the end of the first trimester, or by the end of the 12th week of pregnancy. Sagan taught recapitulation. He believed that the fetus was simply evolving through the various stages of evolution prior to finally becoming a human being as it entered into the second trimester. So basically what Carl Sagan taught was that whenever a mother had an abortion in the first trimester, she was simply killing not a human being, but it was nothing more than a fish or a frog. But here's the thing. As Sagan admitted earlier, along with Peter Singer, it does play a huge role when life begins, because now we know, and it's an irrefutable fact, that life begins at conception. So Sagan preached that abortion was not the killing of a human fetus in the first trimester, but admitted a fetus is human by the second trimester. But now that we know that life begins at conception, if a mother aborts her unborn baby at any stage of the pregnancy, that mother is ending a human life. In the realm of philosophy, an unborn baby is a distinct human person. A person is simply defined as, quote, "a living being that has the essential capacity for rational thought, emotional expression, willful direction, and moral reflection concerning him or herself and the world around him or her." At the moment of conception, the personhood is there from the beginning. The fetus isn't becoming a human person. The fetus is being a human person that is growing and developing just like we all did. Furthermore, the theology of the Bible teaches the baby in the mother's womb is indeed human life. The image of God is stamped on every individual, male and female, at the moment of conception, Genesis 1:27. There is a wonderful passage that sheds light into the functionality and awareness of unborn babies in the womb. In Luke chapter 1 verse 44 it reads, "The baby in my womb leaped for joy." The Greek word for baby is prephos. It means a fetus or an infant, which is the same Greek word used for a baby after it is born in the world. Thus, the Bible makes it perfectly clear that the life in the womb is the same as the life out of the womb. The law of biogenesis states that every being reproduces after its own kind. Therefore, any unborn baby is 100% human. Because of this, any abortion ought to be considered an extreme action because everyone involved, the mother, father, and doctor, know that a human being is growing inside the mother's womb. They know that every single birth, including their own, resulted from a mother giving birth to a human being. Therefore, this notion that terminating a mother's pregnancy is justified because she has the right to choose is nothing more than rejecting the undeniable truth that all unborn babies are indeed human.